Jewelry, and welcome back to my channel / podcast wherever you're listening, watching, and streaming this video on. So today, welcome back to my channel. This channel is where we share at school experiences, tips and hacks, back to schoolwork, studying, friendship, relationship, situationship, drama, and some SOS, story times, and cries for help. Anyways, I am your iconic, glamorous, and super smart host, Jewelry Zhao, with you, and today I want to share some study tips on how to get good grades by just showing up to class. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to say that what is my experience at studying and listening in class, and how is my teacher doing all this kind of teaching and concepts. So basically, I'm in grade 8. I am a straight A student. My average score on every single subject is above 90, which is A+. So you got that. You don't have that to worry about. Your girl is very experienced. Okay. Either way, before we start the video, just a little disclaimer. I'm not exactly sure what everyone is like. Okay, of course, if the teacher's habits and teaching method is different, obviously they are. Your studying method, note-taking, reviewing, previewing should all be different and adapting to your teachers. So they're the ones in charge here, so y'all gotta move around a bit. And obviously, these useful tips that I'm about to share might not be so useful all the time, if you know what I'm talking about. Different teacher methods lead to different studying methods, and I totally get that if my method doesn't exactly work on your teacher's pace or habit or method. So that is okay. Either way, let's dive into this episode to the 11 tips to how to get good grades just by showing up to class. Okay, you guys, first tip we're going to share is preview and reviewing before and after class. So basically for me though, I usually learn stuff way ahead. Then I just took time off my summer holiday, winter holiday, weekends, also before and after class to preview and review all the stuff I will be learning and have learned that day or this week. And if you really can't do that, or I really don't have much time, or I'm really not feeling like that, that's totally fine, I understand. So basically, you can trust a few things. Number one is do that and preview before class. You just grab a textbook and then flip over, scan what we're going to talk about today. What is the concepts? And when the teacher is actually talking about these concepts and literally bringing you through step by step, you go oh, that's what this means. And also, if you want to actually study or preview in the summer holidays, you can check out my summer series on Spotify, my podcast, which is Jewelry's Guide to My Middle School. And if you would, subscribe. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, step number 2 is when you came to class. Here's some suggestions. Number 1, front row. I know it seems super scary to actually see eye to eye with a teacher, but trust your girl, front row is actually really, really useful. Number 1, your teacher can give you a lot of attention. If you struggle with something, they can see you right away and they go and help you. Number 2, you can answer questions or ask questions. And also, another one is near teacher. It really doesn't have to be front row to be near teacher. Next is away from friends. Honestly, if you have one of those friends groups who are so loud and just so hard to concentrate with, girl, your girl grades is more important than your social life. Trust me, if just abandoning your friend for 40 minutes, they won't legit drop dead. So just sit away from your friends if you have to. Maybe just probably a few rows or a few columns away from them, that should be fine. Just as long as they're not completely distracting you. Okay, then next is bigger study space. So you can just sit where there's a bigger study space. So honestly, if you need more study space, you need more space for your stuff, you need more space to focus, that's totally fine. Just take over a table. Girl, we're here to learn, and if a bigger study space will help you learn, take over a table. Okay, now let's move on to tip number 3, notes. After you have the concept in your head, write it down on your own word and try to make sense of it the best you could, okay? If your teacher, like mine, tells you to, write down what I need you to write down. Write down what I tell you. That's fine. Do what they said, but also keep a copy of your own note. Why is this important? Why do I have to spend extra 5 minutes of my life working on this set of notes? Well, funny you ask. Writing down own things in your own words can actually help you remember things way better if you're just writing down what other people think. That's not what you think, okay? You have to keep your own set of notes. Well, don't keep your own set of notes and actually use your own word, use your own, analyze your own method and your own thoughts to keep it down on there. Then next time you look at it, it's not just someone else's, it's mine, and it helps you remember way better than someone else's. And there is actually a scientific study on that. Trust me, girl, it doesn't really take that long. It's just 5 minutes of your life, and that's it. You just have this set of notes that you can actually look back to and actually make sense of. But anyways, let's move on to the 4th tip, is to write your work immediately. Okay, this might seem very extra, and a lot of, I'll say 90% of people I know don't really do this, but actually this is very helpful and it actually helps out to clear your own time. First of all, you have to learn how to use the dead times. For example, dead times in class means when teachers handing out worksheets, they are helping another student, they are writing something on the board. Well, that definitely just brings out probably, let's say, 30 seconds or 2 minutes of your time. Then use that bit of tiny mini pieces of that bit of time and put it into good use. Write your homework, put the concepts, go over your notes, see what's wrong, see what's right, and analyze, did I write this right? That just actually just a little prep, a little break that can be put into good use, and using those tiny little pieces, I can actually save hours for you at home. Okay, now move on to tip number 5, ask questions. You will always have questions, whether it's deeper thoughts or just things you didn't really understand in class. Ask questions. Honestly, a lot of people feel embarrassed that they didn't know something. Girl, if you know everything, why are you even at school? If you don't understand something, if your brain doesn't work it out, that's normal, bro. Teachers love being asked questions. Legit, I made an episode on this on my podcast because they love being asked questions. For example, you're a teacher and you're just blandly doing your work, teaching away, and then one kid actually asks you a question and they don't understand. You're like, oh my god, this kid thinks I can't answer their question. This kid acknowledged me as a teacher. So amazing, so satisfying. It's as if they're actually being paid to do this. They are, though. They are being paid to answer questions and teach you and explain what you don't understand. So don't feel embarrassed to ask the questions, and don't be afraid to ask a teacher. Teachers love being asked questions. Okay, now moving on to tip number 6. Stay organized. I've talked about this so many times. Staying organized is the key to life, I swear. Keep your work in a separate folder. This is ELA, this is math, this is science. It's simple as that. Just take it out, put the paper in, then close it. That's it. It takes less than a minute, bro. Is it really easier if you just stuff it in your binder or stuff it in your backpack and make it all crumbly and all crusty and legit sometimes moldy? I know, it's so disgusting. Literally someone's homework is moldy. I cannot unsee that. It's so disgusting. But either way, just put it in a binder and put it in a bag, put it in your different stuff. And if you don't have any do-it-tains or different binders for each subject, that's okay. There's dividers, or maybe you just put a paper clip in each subject. It's simple as that. It's very simple, and just organize them into their categories. And okay, so then last but not least tip is actually sort of a backup plan for those students who actually doesn't have enough resources or enough concept or understanding for the certain topic. So this tip is you can find other resources. You don't have to learn from just in your class. You don't have to learn just from your school. I have a list of different resources and websites I have used during the summer holiday to focus on my courses. Actually, that actually explains stuff. You can go and ask ChatGPT. I love GPT. It legit's like my bestie. So like I swear, it helped me a lot during the summer with equations, formulas, and different concepts with Greece mythology. There you go. I cannot talk. But anyways, ChatGPT is very useful, and there's different plans, but even though I only use a free plan, I still get a lot of concept and a lot of different things done. So ChatGPT is like my first resource that I recommend. Next is an actual website, which is Khan Academy. You might have heard of it. It's very, very educational. It's an educational website, duh. And basically, I'll just say, mostly I go there with practice questions because I really can't find good PDFs online. And Khan Academy has like really, really good practice questions on each unit. You can choose your grade, your level, all this sort of stuff. And no, it's not sponsored. But either way, I love it too. I have my email on my channel. You can search it out. If you want sponsoring, I'm not stopping you. But either way, all I'm saying is Khan Academy is really amazing and practice questions, and they actually have like real life teacher and like, well, sometimes AIs to explain your mistake and explain what you don't understand. So legit, it's a really good website. Next is YouTube. I basically learned half of my life skills on YouTube. I learned how to skate, I learned how to play volleyball, I learned how to serve a volleyball, and how I actually searched up how to socialize. Yes, I'm that pathetic, but legit, YouTube is like, these crash courses are really perfect for your courses that you really don't understand, and there are online teachers on YouTube that can actually teach better than some other teachers. And especially for math though, there's a lot of math crash courses. I swear I cannot even count them. And honestly, YouTube is actually a very great platform. Another one that I haven't actually tried, but I've heard really good things from my friends and my other people from my camps or other countries. It's called BBC Bite Size. I haven't tried it, so I'm just going to throw it on there. BBC Bite Size. Try it out. It's a great website. At least that's what I thought. Well, I'm sure you'll be amazing in class and looking at your straight A's on report card in the next 2 months after this video. So if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, follow, share with friends, leave a comment. Actually, if you have made it this far, leave a pencil writing on paper emoji in the comment below if you made it this far. And thank you so much for watching. It's your girl Jewelry, and if you like, check out my podcast or my YouTube channel, or both if you want. So I will see you in the next video / episode. I love you guys so much, forever and ever.